Jeffrey does everything to win Jessica over. He compliments her, he's overly nice to her, but she doesn't seem to notice him. Whenever he tries to get attention from girls, they just seem to ignore him. Could it be because of his staring? Adonis is ultra focused on achieving his goals. He doesn't even have time for women. But when he does go on dates, he treats them like a true gentleman. For some reason, women are drawn to him, waiting in line to get his attention. So 2 years ago, I was dating this girl and I was super into her because everything about her just seemed to make sense. She was like good looking and like super feminine. I remember, finally going on a date with her and we had a great time, I thought. But at the end of the date, she told me, well, let's just be friends. And for some reason, we continued on basically dating. So because we went on a second date and a third date, even though she told me she actually wanted to stop, but these dates were actually kind of fun. But at some point, she told me that she just wanted to stop this. So I told her, because I didn't want to leave her, and I was at this point emotionally invested in her. So I told her, let's just be friends, but keep hanging out, right? And at this point, it was basically like a bit friends with benefits. So we actually continued hanging out at this point, just as friends, right? So a few weeks passed, few dates passed, and at the end, she told me again, okay, I just want to stop this, okay? I just want to stop this. But this I didn't really get a hint because she told it at some way that it wasn't really clear. So I continued to call her hey, how are you doing today? And what are you up to? And I miss you so much. And I continued to text her oh my god, I miss you so much. Let's hang out when we get home. And and she didn't, at this point, she didn't even react positively anymore on the messages. She was just okay, I was asking her, look, oh, how are you doing? And she was just fine. So what are you up to later this night? Nothing. Just like this. And I continued to play this for some weeks. I continued to being the nice guy, even though from the very first time she told me that she wasn't into me. So with this knowledge I have now, I would have broken up with her right away, just when she told me she wasn't into me. But at this time I was a beta boy. 2 years ago I was a huge beta boy, a weak guy. So when are you a nice guy? When are you a beta boy? Because you might be a beta boy right now, right? Without even realizing it. So there is this scale of being a nice guy and an asshole. When you're a nice guy, you always think that I don't want to be an asshole, so I want to be respectful to girls, so therefore I'm nice. But that's not actually what you want to do. That's not actually what's attracted to girls. Girls often go for the extreme, right? Girls often go for the assholes in your eyes. But that's because so many men are weak today. That's because we have so many beta boys today. So there's this scale, right? From nice guy to asshole. And you don't want to be an asshole, but you also don't want to be a nice guy. You want to be somewhere in the middle, right? So let me go over the nice guy characteristics. So nice guys, of course, they are overly nice, continuously giving her attention, giving her compliments, asking her how our day went, just continuously texting her, tries to win her over by just being nice. So beta boys are often weak. They don't have the strength to do the hard work. Maybe they're a bit of a coomer. They can't even handle themselves. They can't even go on a proper diet or go get some exercise. They are low confidence. They don't have the confidence to actually tell the girl how they really feel. So they don't have the confidence to actually express their opinions. So a nice guy doesn't really have any values. He will accept anything. So whenever he gets the girl, he's already overly happy that he's finally got a girlfriend, right? So she can basically do everything she wants. So whenever she does anything he doesn't like, he just lets it pass. So a nice guy tries to please everybody. He doesn't really have an opinion. So he is afraid for conflict. So therefore, when he's with this group, he has this opinion. And when he's with another group, he has that opinion. Just to please them all the time. Why being a nice guy will destroy you. So as a nice guy, nobody really respects you, right? You have no opinion. And because of that, nobody respects you. You are like those NPCs in game, which everybody just knocks out, like in GTA. Nobody cares about them because they have no opinion. If people respect you, they are into you. And because you have a strong opinion, some people might hate you, but also some people might really love you and are really into you. Nobody really respects a weak person. People respect a strong leader with confidence. Nobody really respects a pleaser. So if you are an alpha male, you don't really have to be an alpha male. If you're just not a beta boy, people respect you more, right? And they are into you, and you will automatically get more chances in life. If you are a beta male, a beta boy, you will struggle in life. You will struggle with relationships. You will struggle with business because nobody will respect you. Women won't respect you. Your boss won't respect you. Your colleagues won't respect you. And do you think you will get higher up in life? Do you think you will get that promotion if nobody really respects you? If your boss doesn't even respect you, you really won't make it in business if nobody respects you. So how to transition to being an alpha instead of a beta? So take the lead, that's the first one, because I see so many people just standing back. Be the tribal leader, lead your tribe through battle. I remember my time in university and I thrived at that time because at that time I got myself the opportunity to lead. So whenever there was like a group assignment, I always took the lead. Like, look guys, we're gonna do this and this and this. And this was my environment. And I remembered the respect I got from my fellow men. Everybody respected me because they knew I was willing to do the work. They knew I was really organized and I had everything planned already. And I just saw those guys without an opinion, those weak beta guys in my group. I just saw them getting trampled upon. I just saw them getting disrespected by the others, getting laughed upon. And you don't want to be in that position. You should develop your masculinity. Make sure you have more masculine traits. And one of them is being stoic. Because if you are perceived as a man instead of a weak boy, people automatically have more respect to you. With people, I mean girls, business, and people overall, right? Have standards. Learn to say no. You should have specific standards, especially for girls. You should have the standard that she doesn't have more than 5 bed partners, that she doesn't smoke, that she doesn't drink herself to death every weekend, that she doesn't take drugs, that she doesn't disrespect you in front of your friends. You should have these standards, and if she crosses that line, you should break up with her. But especially you should learn to say no, especially when she does something that you don't like. You should learn to say no to her, because if you're always pleasing her, not saying no, she just doesn't respect you and she will always cross that boundary, and at some point she will get like bored and she will go to another one. Be honest and direct. So whenever you don't like something, just tell her. Don't go around it. So yesterday I had this friend with me, and he was helping me organize the summer holiday, which I'm actually organizing for all guys on self-improvement. And you can actually still join us. Check out the link in the description, by the way. But I was with this friend, right? And he was just having a smoke. I don't smoke, by the way, but he still does. Loser. And he threw his cigarette on my balcony. And it was like outside. I never used my balcony, but I just told him, don't do that again. And he looks at me and he tells me, why? And I just tell him that, well, I have to clean that. And he said nothing anymore. And I just knew that he respected me. And the last one is basically develop some confidence. And this is a tricky one. And the way you can basically develop your confidence is in getting good at something. So when you are continuously basically cheating yourself, and in this way, like let's say you are trying to do NoFap, right? But you are continuously failing at day 1 or 2, or you are trying to not watch some Netflix the whole day, but you still watch Netflix for at least 4 hours. You are continuously cheating on the promises that you have made for yourself. You are just telling yourself that you cannot do it. And because you cannot do something, you don't gain confidence. You gain confidence because you know you can do something. You gain confidence because you know you are competent. So therefore you should keep winning. Keep fucking winning. Go to the gym and never fucking quit. Go every day. make sure you get some fucking wins. Because if you are losing 99% of the time with yourself, with your business, everywhere with girls, you don't really get any confidence. And I know this is hard, right? All these things. I know it's hard to get out of that beta mindset because I have been in that beta mindset for so long. I think just like 1 year ago, I decided to get out of that. But at some points, I was still a huge beta, and especially when it came to girls. And I can imagine that you struggle with this, especially when it comes to girls, because you just want a girlfriend, and that's your main goal. And you try to get her to like you, but you give her more and more attention, and in return, she just doesn't like you. That's some weird psychology, right? You would think that if you give her more attention, that she would actually like you. So I understand it's a bit harder when it comes to girls. But the first step might be not to chase her around all the time and just focus on yourself. Let her know you are interested in her, but don't overly stalk her like I did with that girl who told me 3 times she didn't want a relationship with me. Spartans, prepare for glory.